Hey guys, long time no see. So I haven't made a video in a couple weeks, a few weeks, mostly because nothing's changed. Nothing had changed with my overall market outlook and SPY becoming an outside year. Also because I've been traveling a lot this summer, so it's been a bit hard to stay consistent with the videos. So just wanted to touch base. See where we're at, see what's shaking. So, been saying for all year, SPY, we were heading for 365 to become an outside year, which if you look at the monthly time, if you look at the yearly time frame, we did that. We became an outside bar, meaning we took out 21's highs and 21's lows. Outside bars are pink on my chart, so that is an outside bar. So when that happens, that's our target, and that puts us at short-term exhaustion risk. So meaning if you did take the short from the corrective activity that we were looking to see, it was right there on this 2 up, 2 down candle with the target of 365 to become an outside year. We did that. Then the market saw a bit of a relief bounce the following week. This week, we're currently a red 2 up, which is not bullish, okay? Judging by this chart, the next most likely Strat scenario is a 2 up, 2 down reversal. And there are targets below. So if that happens, the short would be around 372, and then you've got lots of targets because we still have this monthly pivot machine gun, all these levels down here. So we'll see what happens. QQQ is still 2 down year, and it's still in force below 297. We rejected from that level last week, and QQQ was weaker because QQQ became an outside week. Also, we have a lot more downside targets on QQQ. We've got this pivot low on the monthly from November of 2020 and from September of 2020. Ideally, I would like to see those get taken out. However, we did just get a new month. The new month started on Friday, and so far the months are green. So we have full time frame continuity, believe it or not, on the green side as of right now. Okay, what else? IWM. IWM looks just like SPY, a red 2 up on the week. IWM did fill a monthly fair value gap target, and then that's kind of where it bottomed out. Got that little relief bounce, whatever you want to call it. So again, the month is green, but if we get a 2 down week next week, the month will no longer be green. It'll be red. So then you really want to be paying attention to full time frame continuity and what color your monthly candle is. So it's relative to the open. So wherever we opened on the month, if we're trading above that, we would be green. If we're trading below that, we would be red. Bitcoin, it's got a lot of room lower. That's what I'll say. Currently, we have a 2-1-2 week to the downside, but kind of stuck inside this mother bar. I wouldn't be surprised if you got something that looks just like this up here. So this week, maybe unable to take out the target, get a little fake rally, and then a reshort. Targets to the downside. We already took out that 17,580. Next target is the yearly fair value gap at 13.8. And then all the targets are marked here in green. 13.2, 10,000 psychological, all psychological numbers in the thousands. So 13, 12, 11, 10, yada, yada. Still very, very weak. Gold, kind of stuck in this choppy mess. But if you look at the yearly, the 50% rule is in force. So what does that mean? It means anytime we're below 170, the 50% rule is in force, meaning to target 2021's lows to become an outside year. So that's what's happening with that. Now, the monthly candle shows green because that's only one day of price action, which was this day, which was Friday's day, which was a gap down. So currently, the month is green. But if we trade back below, what is that, 168? So if you get like a bit of a bounce on the daily and then re-trigger the month down, then you have a 212 down in full time frame continuity to the red. Not really a setup going into next week. The setup was last week on the 212 down. So I don't like anything for next week on gold. VIX still chopping around in my little smile. Not a lot to say, really. The month started red because the day started red. Funny how much of a move the daily had compared to the market. The market didn't move that much, but VIX volatility was dying. XLB took out a monthly target at 72.34 from back here, and then got a little bounce off the bottom. Just want to pay attention next week. There's a ton of targets. This is a giant pivot machine gun, so every low of every month is a target. So maybe it wants to come up and fill this gap or something before making a final decision and direction. Don't know. Got to wait and see. But this looks like a short-term reversal trying to happen. And you also have a little daily broadening formation. You have a slight higher high and you have slight lower lows. So there's your broadening formation on the daily right there, which is also your outside week, because outside bars are broadening formations on smaller time frames, and we know that. XLE. If you go to the quarterly, it's a big shooter on the quarterly. So if you break below 69.47, look out. Monthly opened up inside last month's range. This 2 up that didn't go anywhere suggests the bulls lost and the bears are back up to bat. So if you get a 2 up, 2 down reversal next week, looks good for a short. So meaning you break 70.13, you're going to be targeting that pivot low at 65, which is also corresponds to this monthly target. This weekly pivot is that monthly pivot. Well, not pivot, but candle low / target. So if you ask me, energy still looks weak. XLF, Not a lot going on as far as like hitting a monthly target or anything. Looks just like the market though, a red 2 up. So if you get that red 2 up, 2 down next week, you're going to be targeting that weekly pivot low. So that's all I got to say about that one, really. XLI did it hit its target? 84.57. Nope. XLI actually held that monthly low, that monthly target. But the weekly is set up for a rev strat. So you've got, if you break last week's low, you've got these 3 targets right here. And one is a weekly gap fill target. So XLI still looks bearish. XLK hit a monthly pivot low target, so hit some short-term exhaustion there by hitting its target and getting that slight relief rally, just like SPY did, hit its target. Became an outside week though, so bears still have strength. Just again, pay attention to full time frame continuity on the monthly and the weekly. XLP. So we see how this month, or last month, June, took out this pivot low by just a few cents and then reversed. So that means if you were short, you hit your target, you want to exit your short, and then you can look for long potential flips. So these are exhaustion reversals. You hit target, flip it and reverse it. Missy Elliott's what we're calling it. And it actually gave a beautiful inside day entry at the bottom. So that was nice if anybody caught that and knew what they were looking for. XLU. This one's still very strong. I was looking and we have not taken out any pivot low. We came real close 2 weeks ago, but they're buying this every time it gets near these pivots. So far, we've seen that all year since what? Actually, we have seen it since 2020. Every monthly pullback has been bought and held as a higher low. So it's just strong. And then you had an inside week also at the bottom. Huge move up though, which was started with that 312. But yeah, still very strong. XLV got this monthly broadening formation that just kind of exhausted because it made a new low compared to that low. So you got an exhaustion reversal, you got a 2 down 2 up reversal. You want to see if you can break above last month's highs at 132.73. And so far, it's looking still strong, still bullish. They're buying the dips. Even this day, when we broke the previous day's low by just a few cents, that dip got bought right up. So they're definitely buying healthcare. XLY hit some monthly pivots on the way down this past month, got a little exhaustion reversal, same thing as the whole market basically. You have a 3 last week, so no actual strat setup coming for the following week. Just keep an eye. This is something that I would let play out for a week. I wouldn't want to touch it. I would want something like this, like a 3 and then a failed 2 up and then maybe a 2 back down, something like that, because I don't trade 3-2 continuations. Okay, that is it. Back to the beginning, and see, that's what I was talking about. That VIX candle was huge compared to like what SPY and QQQ did. Oh, also the funny thing about SPY, where it is right now, we have a gap below where we currently sit, and we have a gap above. So it's kind of like, which one do we want to take out first, kind of a thing, you know what I mean? So wait and see. All right, that'll do it for me. Hope everybody has a happy and safe 4th of July, and I will catch you guys later.